October 1823. 300 eager trappers roam the Rockies, searching for their fortune. 1 in 5 won't make it out alive. Trapping's harsh, hungry work. 6,000 calories a day are needed to survive the extreme conditions, 3 times what we eat today. Jedediah Smith is the greatest hunter of all, 24 years old. He walks up to 1,000 miles in the Rockies each year, traps 600 pelts in a season, 3 years' pay back east. Smith is a devout Christian, doesn't drink, doesn't smoke. Bible and gun a constant companion. He's smart, works with the Native Americans. The Crow show him ancient shortcuts, sell him horses, nurse his sick men back to health. Wilderness survival. For millennia, the tribes of North America have adapted themselves to live in any condition, from arid plains to harsh mountain pass. Jed Smith uses their knowledge and his skill to open up the West for vast fur-trapping profits. He'll die a rich man, but today he's not the hunter. He's the hunted. Jed Smith's friend, James Kleiman, writes,
"The grizzly did not hesitate, springing on the captain, breaking his ribs and cutting his head. This gave us a lesson on the character of the grizzly, which we did not forget.
The grizzly bear is the most deadly frontier beast. 100,000 of these terrifying killers are on the prowl. Up to 10 feet tall, 1,000 pounds. They don't fear man. Yet. Today, there are fewer than 2,000 grizzlies in the Rockies. Halfway to death, Jed Smith's right-hand man, James Kleiman, stitches his scalp and ear back to his head.
I put in my needle, stitching it through and over, laying the lacerated parts together as nice as I could.
There was an amazing sense of confidence as part of that American spirit that doesn't even think about failing.
Jed Smith pushes on. This is the new character of America. Frontier grit, rugged individualism, survival. And something else survives too. The trails he forges become settler paths, wagon trains, roads, and today, Interstate 15. And Americans follow the new tracks west in a tidal wave of hope. May 1846. Thousands of men, women, and children. Riding, walking, pushing. They're heading for a new life 2,000 miles away.
It was a land of opportunity. You can make of yourself what you want. You're only held back by your own desires.
Germans, Belgians, French, Catholics, Presbyterians, Mormons. one of the world's great mass migrations begins. The pioneer spirit has moved on. In this colossal migration to Oregon and California, America will finally define its character. It's the American dream. Then, as now, the people want an already good life to get better. They can walk 10 miles a day for up to 6 months straight. Some go through 10 pairs of boots each. Half are children. En route, 1 in 5 of the women are pregnant. But these aren't America's poor. Families sell farms, save for 5 years to join the exodus, risking it all.
I think if there is one episode that encapsulates the American spirit, I think it is probably the move west. Whip those mules and horses and cross those rivers and cross over those mountains to the unknown and say, I'm leaving everything behind. I'm leaving everything that I know behind to reinvent myself.
A wagon and oxen cost minimum $5,000 in today's money. But it buys a complete life support machine. The wagons carry a precious cargo, 1,000 pounds of supplies and a grub stake for your journey, your entire new life in the West. The pioneering spirit is ingenious. Essential drinking water captured from rain on the wagon canvas. Even the oxen's dung is fuel for fires. And like today, there are tolls. Native Americans charge $10 for road and $100 for river crossings in modern money. But the greatest toll of all, human lives. In all, 20,000 Americans will die reaching the West, 10 graves for every mile. But one story of suffering and death will show just how far the pioneers will go to conquer the West. June 1846. A wagon train heads west. Its leader is George Donner.
Good luck. We'll catch you when we break camp. That's good, yeah. Danke.
Good, now push!
His wife, Tamsin Donner, is a school teacher.
Stoss? Stoss? Yes. Okay.
But on the trail, women must turn their hands to anything. The Donner party are halfway across the blistering Wyoming prairie, miles from the nearest doctor, with barely any water.
Good. Yes. Okay.
I think the women who came across America in the early days must have been made up of the strongest fiber possible. It's unimaginable.
Good. Yes. Ein Junge.
Junge.
Ja, es war ein Junge.
Danke, Fraulein.
The new Americans' mother and father are Philippine and Ludwig Kesselberg. They christen their son, Louis. The journey is tough, but the going's good. Tamsin Donner writes in her journal,
I could never have believed we could have traveled so far with so little difficulty. Indeed, if we do not experience anything worse, I shall say the trouble is all in getting started.
But as leader of the wagon train, Tamsen's husband, George Donner, is aware there's one final obstacle to their journey. The Sierra Nevada. Peaks up to 14,000 feet. Fail to clear the mountain passes before the first snow falls, and the consequences are terrifying. But as the Donner Party approaches Utah, George Donner makes a fateful decision, leading a splinter group off from the main party. He's read one of the many new trail guidebooks, showing a shortcut that claims to shave 2 weeks off the journey time.
Hastings Cutoff is said to be a saving of 400 miles. We are informed it is a fine level road with plenty of water and grass.
But Donner's information is wrong. In fact, the shortcut adds 100 miles to the journey. High in the Sierra Nevada, the Donner Party enters the Truckee Pass. They're only 30 miles from the California plains. But supplies are dangerously low, and traveling through the mountains is taking its toll. A broken axle. The Donner Party stops to make repairs. But that night, 5 feet of snow falls. Soon, the drifts are 60 feet deep. The Donner Party will be stranded for 5 months. In just 3 weeks, they've eaten all their food. Then, they kill their pack animals. Next, they eat charred bones, twigs, bark, leaves, dirt, and worse.
Even the wind held its breath as the suggestion was made that were one to die, the rest might live.
Cannibalism. Christmas 1846. They eat their first human. Bodies are cut up, flesh labeled, so people don't eat their own kin. Four rescue parties bring out some survivors. The very last finds Philippine's husband, Ludwig, alone. He is surrounded by bones, entrails, and a 2-gallon kettle of human blood. George Donner's body is found, skull split open, his brain removed. Tamsen Donner's body is never found. The pass is renamed the Donner Pass, testament to the hardship of the pioneers' push west. Today, it's the Lincoln Highway. Thousands drive this road every year.